What country loves canned corned beef more than any other? If you guessed Ireland, you couldn't be more wrong. The real answer might surprise you. Most of us may know of corned beef as the treat we enjoy during St. Patrick's Day, but beef brisket served with cabbage isn't the only dish that was given the name corned beef. The term, along with the dish, was actually invented by the British in the 17th century. According to Smithsonian, corned beef was named in part for the salt used to cure beef, which was described as being the size of corn kernels. These pieces of cured and salted beef came from Ireland, where cattle was plentiful and salt was cheap. And it was a treat enjoyed not just in Britain, but in Europe and the New World as well. Corned beef was also a hit in America, where making cured beef was both economical and effective. By the 1800s, cured beef could be packed into tin-coated iron cans to become canned corned beef. 10 years later, this technology was being used by manufacturers Donkin and Hall to make canned meat to sell to the Royal Navy. These cans became known as bully beef, which the British Army used as a ration up until 2009. The idea of distributing canned meat to servicemen as part of a ration pack also became popular in the United States. That came in handy during the Spanish-American War, when fresh beef supplies had become compromised due to poor storage. Troops ended up having to rely on corned beef, which was, according to the Bulletin of the History of Medicine, described as being stringy, gristly, unpalatable, and at times nauseating.
As delicious as it sounds.
It was likely during this period when the Philippines, which was also part of the front line of the Spanish-American War, had its first encounter with canned corned beef. The American occupation of the Philippines saw canned food sent from the U.S. mainland to colonial personnel, as they were worried about what would happen if the officials were to have local food from the Philippines. The canned foods that were seen as essentials for American families made their way into the homes of the country's elite, where they were treated as a luxury. As taste writer Elaine Castillo points out, the way Filipinos took on canned food ended up appropriating, embellishing, and then ultimately normalizing, indeed nativizing, an unloved utilitarian piece of colonial kit. That's how corned beef came to become such a hit in the Philippines. In fact, it's so popular in the Philippines, it's consumed in greater amounts there than in any other place in the world. Today, corned beef and its canned cousin, Spam, which became popular in the Philippines after World War II, have become breakfast items that many households in the country can't do without. While corned beef is almost always prepared as a corned beef hash in the United States, the same cannot be said of the protein in the Philippines, where it is mainly served for breakfast as corned beef silog. In this dish, corned beef is fried with onion and garlic, and its flavor is amped up with beef broth before it is served with classic Filipino garlic fried rice and a fried egg. It's recommended to prepare corned beef with tomato, lemon juice, and habanero pepper to create a variation of ginisang, or fried corned beef. This can either be served with garlic rice or another Filipino classic, the tiny buns known as pandesal. As an alternative to corned beef and bacon, there is also corned lechon, which is a canned version of the country's favorite roast pork dish. Then there's corned chicken, which is made with chicken breasts. Corned beef isn't any less desirable for those who might have left the Philippines to make their homes in America or in Australia. Some continue to cook corned beef because they yearn for the taste of home. Others keep it as a pantry staple for more practical reasons. One writer said the following about the canned cuisine via SBS. The tinned foods, Spam, corned beef, were our staples because they're easy to cook. The kids can make them themselves.